Hello! Iron Maiden number 4 in my journey. I think this is my 4th Iron Maiden video I have filmed. I recently filmed one where I reacted to some songs like Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, and something about a morgue. But another song that my patrons also wanted to see me react to, but I didn't react to in that video, was Rime of the Ancient Mariner. It's going to be a full cut reaction, which I usually only up on my Patreon, but you know, special video. And I want to try and break this song down a little bit more because it is 13 minutes long. Apparently this song is a lot, and I want to have the lyrics up. I want to do a bit of analysis afterwards. Like, I want to try and understand this song as much as I can, and at least give it a bit of space to breathe with one video dedicated to it. Okay, so I was just looking up the lyrics so I could have them on the side while I'm listening, and this poem popped up, which obviously this song would be named after. This poem was written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. It was published in 1798. It recounts the experiences of a sailor who has returned from a long sea voyage. Alright, I'm just gonna listen without knowing too much more, and then we'll dive more into the specifics and the details and context later, after I listen. Oh. Oh my god, all their songs have such similar guitar. You just know. Ooh! Damn! Okay. I really like Bruce when he does the fast-paced delivery. Ooh, this is already on another level compared to most other stuff I've heard by them. Ooh. Ooh, the bass and guitar. This part. Oh my god, the bass. Look at that. Yes! Oh, let's get it juicy. Oh, look at that! Oh! This albatross, dude. The albatross is my favorite character so far. Even though it's dead. Why is Bruce so good on this? Woo! The guitar breaks are everything. Drums. Yes! That's what I want from them. Oh, this song as well. Everything about this song. Woo. 2-1. I get it. I did not expect to like it as much. What? No! Bass. Again. I think this is already my favorite Maiden track I've heard. I already know it. No, no. Ow! Is this real? I think I get the hype. No way. Sorry. This is so good. Oh, it's like I'm underwater. I'm a genius. My analytical skills off the chart. Is this like part of the poem?
4 times 15 living men, and I heard no sign or groan. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down, one by one.
Whoa, this is getting good. Why is this song so incredible? This part's so good. I love songs that have, I talked about this in Tool videos, but I love songs that have that really intense moments, but also very quiet moments. This is incredible. And it's so dark, it's so good. Perfect. Everything they're doing, I'm loving it. Whoa. He's still alive! Really great! Like every time the guitars do something, like this anticipation the guitar's building here is really cool. Oh, goodbye, Albatross. Alright. Hi, Bruce. There he is. What's gonna happen? Ooh! Solo. My tassel. Oh yes. So good. I love the melodic feel. They always have that. It's exhilarating. No, you can't just do that for a second. Yes, this song is everything. Oh my god. No way! Ah! That's 11. Jesus. This song. Wait, so now we're dealing with zombies? This is a crazy poem. I love how there's so many instrumental breaks in this song, because that's what I love Maiden for, is their guitar. So good. What? Who is it? Side? Nice work, Evan. Maybe he's my favorite character. The wedding guests? I don't really get that. Oh, beautiful. That song had everything. I want to talk about that story that song told, but first, I just want to say, firstly, that was probably my favorite Iron Maiden song I've heard. And I've done 4 Maiden videos at this point, so actually I've listened to quite, like, several of this, maybe even a dozen. And I had so much fun with that song. Like, I feel the usual problems that I have with Maiden, which if you haven't watched any other Maiden videos, it's usually, like, Bruce can be a little dramatic for me, just just a little. I'm a Diano fan. Secondly, I wish there was more instrumental breaks, and I wish that they changed it up and did a lot of different things a bit more in a song, because sometimes I find their structure to be a little repetitive. And that's it. That's the only usual problems I would have with Maiden. However, this song just like threw all of that out the window, did something totally different from what I usually get from them. Like, firstly, Bruce's voice didn't really bother me too much because a lot of it is so fast paced that he can't be as flourishy with it. And when he is flourishy, I feel like it's deserved. It's like, oh yeah, like this is going somewhere. Like, this song is so crazy and like ambitious in its context. Like, Bruce being Bruce makes sense to me. Like, this is where Bruce works for me, and it just clicks. Like, he is the only dude that would be able to sing this song and pull it off, and pull it off he does. Just, he smashed this out of the park. So this is where I feel like Bruce really shines. I feel like I would love Bruce in this context of song. Secondly, like I said, I'm not usually a fan of the repetitive style sometimes of like the verse, chorus, solo, chorus situation that can sometimes happen. This song, I mean, is it not obvious? They obviously don't really do that. They are doing this, that, and the other thing. There's 14 verses in this song. I don't think there's even a chorus. It's just like so many different verses that delivers so many different styles and sounds with amazing guitar breaks in between, solos, huge instrumental like 2-minute breaks. There's this whole acoustic, really quiet moment in the middle as well. Like, it's all just what I'm asking for from them. It's so good. I love the instrumentals of Iron Maiden. Like, I love the guitar and even the bass. Even the bass sometimes was really impressing me in this song. They really just brought everything that I want from them. They brought it to the table with this song. If you could put together what I personally want to listen to when I'm listening to Iron Maiden, they just figured it out. I love how they end an album on this song. So yeah, overall, I just loved it instrumentally. Just listening to it was a treat. The instrumental breaks, I'm not gonna ever get over them, I think. Like, I don't think I ever could. Kept me so alive listening to this song. I was just so excited to hear what were they going to bring to the table next. Great feeling to have when listening to a song. Like, when you're just like on the edge of your seat, like, what's gonna happen next? And that leads into the story that's being told. Like, I think that the way that they set this song up on the audio side of things, like how it sounds, complementary of the actual story being told, because story is amazing as well. Like, I just want to hear the next verse, like what's gonna happen. And so you've got two different types of anticipation happening with this song, which, I mean, levels. There's levels to it, you know? It's so good. Let's actually look at the lyrics, because I'm such a fan. I loved all the characters. The albatross, the hermit, the zombies. As we know, this is based on a 1798 poem. For 31 years, it was the longest Maiden song ever produced in the studio. Wow! You know, it did feel quite long, but I loved it. It's interesting to note that it was dethroned in 2015 with a song that is 18 minutes long. God. You know, because this song makes me want to listen to more songs that are a bit more ambitious and long from Maiden. I wonder if they don't usually do many long songs because this one was not dethroned until 2015, or if they do have some other songs that are around like the 10-minute mark or something like that. Mariner just happened to be the longest one. I just hope there is some other songs that are great and long from Iron Maiden, because that's what I'm looking for. A highlight of the World Slavery Tour set list, Rime returned in the Somewhere Back in Time tour in 2007-2009 with Bruce Dickinson, who described the track as the closest thing you can get to an Iron Maiden symphony movement, roaming the stage in a black ride. Look at him! Oh my god, this dude's like got into character. This guy is committed. I love it. Honestly, I love it. I love anybody that just like commits themselves 100% to something. And you can see that Bruce, he does. And I don't want to knock Bruce just because he may not be my taste when it comes to vocalists. Doesn't mean that I can't appreciate him. I do appreciate Bruce and what he does. Like, he is pretty incredible. He's so committed. You can tell when he's singing, he's totally lost in it. Like, he's totally there. So this song, I think, is a great example of that, of Bruce doing his thing. So he sings about the rime of the ancient mariner, of course. So see his eyes as he stops one of Fareed, mesmerizes one of the wedding oh! I didn't notice that the wedding was mentioned at the start. So yeah, this is the thing. I don't really understand the wedding part. Oh! It's a story within a story. Okay, so he's telling this story to a wedding guest. Now I understand. The music plays on as the bride passes by, caught by a spell, and the mariner tells his tale. That's how good this tale is, dude. This tale is off the chain. So driven south to the land of the snow and ice, to a place where nobody's been, through the snow, fog flies on the albatross. Hailed in God's name, hoping good luck it brings. Why would he kill this albatross? I love this albatross. I don't know why. I'm so attached to it for some reason. The ship sails on back to the north through the fog and ice, and the albatross follows. So this guy kills this freaking bird for no good reason. I'm already annoyed. I don't like the mariner, actually. I don't want anyone killing any birds. Especially this albatross. It's a good omen. And then all his shipmates are just like, okay, sure thing, dude. No, you all about to die. Sailing on, and then north across the sea, sailing on, and north till all is calm. The albatross begins with its vengeance. Here we go. He never should have tried to kill that bird. All right, so they have some bad luck. The shipmates are like, let's hang this bird around your neck as a reminder for what you did because you suck. Which is, you know, that's nice. They just sort of jump back and forth between supporting him and not supporting him based upon whatever they want. Is that loyalty? I don't think so. Day after day, we stuck nor breathe nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean, water, water everywhere, all the boards did shrink, water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. The bad luck continues. Hanging the bird around the dude's neck didn't really do anything. There calls the mariner, there comes a ship over the line, but how could she sail with no wind? In no sails and no tide. See, onwards she comes, onwards she nears, out of the sun. See, she has no crew, she has no life. Wait, but there's two. Oh, there's two people on the ship. Death, and she life and death. Okay, so I need to understand this part. Life and Death is one who accompanies Death whenever he comes to claim souls, and she is often considered the main antagonist of the story. Life and Death is far worse than Death himself because Death abides by laws and sends souls either to heaven or hell. Life and Death seems to have her own malicious agenda to doom souls away from their final destination and eternal suffering. Oh no, that is not good news, dude. Zombies about to pop up. Oh, I totally see. So Life and Death claims the mariner, which makes sense with how this story ends up going, and the crew members are claimed by Death. And now we see the juxtaposition of what would you rather. Okay, so now he's just talking about how they all died. Well, look, you killed the albatross. Why would you, if you don't want people to die, why would you start the killing? You don't need to kill the bird. You didn't need to do it. Can you tell I really like birds? Yep, so already the mariner is wishing that he died instead. That's how it be. The curse lives on in their eyes. What a cool line. I love that. And by light of the moon, he prays for their beauty, not doom. With heart, he blesses them, God's creatures, all of them too. Then the spell starts to break. The albatross falls from his neck, sinks down like lead into the sea. Then down in falls comes the rain. Ha ha ha! Goodbye albatross moment, and then this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Zombies! So hear the groans of the long dead seamen, see them stir, and they start to rise, bodies lifted by good spirits, none of them speak, and they're lifeless in their eyes. He's just on a ship with a bunch of zombies? This is crazy. And revenge still is sought, penance starts again, cast into a trance, and the nightmare carries on. Spirits go from the long dead bodies, form their own light, and the marine is left alone. Okay, then the hermit turns up, redemption begins. The hermit, who represents the themes of spirituality and purity in the story, absolves the mariner from his sins. The hermit is Jesus? Jesus is my favorite character in this? I'll take it. The mariner is bound to tell of his story, to tell his tale wherever he goes, to teach God's word by his own example, that we must love all things that God made. So now he has to go around and tell everybody not to kill birds, essentially. That's what he's been left with. He needs to go around and be like, don't kill any creatures on this earth, because then all your friends are gonna turn into zombies. Oh, I sort of love this last part though, where he says, and the wedding guest, a sad and wiser man. And the tale goes on and on and on. I love that. I love that because I love songs that like fade out because it makes me feel like the story is always living on somewhere else. And the lyrics are even doing that. It's like a fade, but lyrical. And then also like the fact that the wedding guest is a sadder and wiser man, also love that because it's like sometimes you gotta learn lessons and it's not all sunshines and rainbows, you know? And it's not just the wedding guest yes, that's a sad and wiser man. It is the mariner. Both of them. Both of them have learnt something from this tale, either living it or hearing it. And the fact that this guy just like goes around now and tells this story over and over again to people, yeah, I think I would just choose death. Sometimes I find poetry to be a little too complicated for my small little pea brain, and so them telling a poem story through these lyrics and through this song is great for me. Like, it makes me more excited about poetry because really, like, all lyrics are poetry if you think about it. It's just poetry with instruments behind it. Like, in my mind, lyrics and poems aren't that different, but for some reason, I love lyrics. I can get around lyrics so hardcore, but poetry doesn't really click for me a lot of the time. So I love music in this sense that it can really bridge that gap between me and poetry and just like lyricism in general of a lot of music, like especially a song like this that's so intricate and tells such a beautiful story. So yeah, it's so cool. I love that they got influenced by a poem and they wanted to retell that story through song, and the instrumentals on this track are just totally fire. Like, they're my favorite type of instrumentals I've heard on a Maiden song. So overall, I love this song. I'm such a big fan. I am so excited that I can love a Bruce song this much. Like, it just makes my day. I think like my next Maiden video, I do want to do an album reaction to their debut though, because Diado. But I still do love this song, and I hope you've enjoyed today, like going through this song with me and just like diving a bit more into it. I definitely am glad I spent like an entire video going through it because I have filmed like 30 minutes of footage, because this definitely is a special Maiden song to me. Like, it has found a place in my heart just for the mariner. Not even the mariner, I don't like the mariner, but the albatross and the hermit. So yes, I'll see you next week. And if you would like to see more full cut Maiden reactions, there's a few others on my channel and also up on my Patreon. So yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye.